I'm I'm very grateful to be here. And as I had an operation about 10 days ago. It wasn't a serious operation, something that surgeons do blindfolded, but something necessary. And of course, with anything of that nature, there's going to be pain, there's going to be recovery. Uh, what I'm really grateful about is the response that I got from so many of you, to really get these emails full of love, full of caring, people that, opened their hearts and said, we wish you the best and we wish everything wonderful to come out of this. It was very moving and very touching for me that people really care. I mean, they care about these classes, they support these classes. Not everybody, but, most of you, support what I do here and the wishes and the gratitude and the love for this meditation that I received from people was very deeply touching. And I can't tell you how grateful I am to be able to be here and to be doing this with you. So thank you, and God bless you all. And I don't know, you know, as far as the schedule of classes, uh, please try not to drink anything while the class is going. I don't know, what the exact schedule is going to be. I'll let everybody know. You'll get emails about the classes. But I have to really also monitor my own self and see how my body can deal with doing this, especially doing it twice a day. There might not be 2 classes a day. There might just be 1 class a day, until I can feel, okay, I'm ready to do 2 classes in a day. So, again, God bless you all. And I hope all of you are benefiting as much from this meditation as I am. And it is a joy for me to serve God this way and to truly be an instrument to help all of you, hopefully, to get to a place in yourself where there is a deep sense of spiritual enlightenment. I'll have a meditation class, and I'm looking, again, if you have any questions after the class, I'll be happy to try and answer. Does anyone have a question?
Could you talk about devotion?
Yeah, I mean, it's a very important subject, actually. Uh, it can be twisted around in people's head thinking that you're devoted to somebody and that person controls you and they do stuff. Devotion is an unconditional love and that stems from gratitude. That really, comes directly from the center of the heart because one is grateful for what another human being has done for them in their life. And devotion is not just lip service devotion. It has to be through, showing something, acting some way, doing something that says thank you. But it's not some kind of slavish condition where people get devoted to gurus and swamis and they become like slaves living in ashrams and I mean that's not what it's about. It's about saying thank you. It's about contributing something with a deep sense of unconditional love, that you not only contribute to another person, but you do it with your parents, you do it with your friends, you do it with many different people in life. It's a really important aspect of growing. The entitlement is probably the worst way to grow in life, where somehow it's coming to people and they don't have to do anything to earn it. And I mean, that's the fastest way not to get spiritually enlightened, to live in a world of entitlement. And devotion is not becoming somebody's slave. It's just saying, thank you. Thank you for showing me a path to a spiritual life. Thank you for opening up a door for me that is helping me to get closer to God. And the opposite of that is living in a world where one is entitled. It's coming to them. Why? Nobody can understand why. Mostly because people are so fragile inside and so frightened that unconditional giving and receiving doesn't exist in their world. They've crippled themselves emotionally and mentally and live in a state of fear of being able to give something, to say thank you. But it has nothing to do with, I've seen people living in ashrams and that sense of devotion to, it's not that. It's just saying thank you. Thank you to somebody who has opened a door. Thank you to your parents. Without them, you wouldn't be in the world. Thank you to your husband, your wife, your children, your boyfriend, girlfriend. Their very presence should inspire unconditional love. And just saying thank you by being kind, by being generous, by being, going past yourself. That part of it, people that somehow is entitled to get what goes on in the world. It doesn't take them, I'm telling you, it's the fastest way not to get spiritually enlightened, to be entitled. The fastest way to get spiritually is gratitude, open heart, love, thank you. A devotion to God, a devotion to higher energy in the universe, that which makes it possible for you to have your spiritual life. I hope that's clear, because it's really an important element of not only what I teach, but what anybody teaches. And it also enables a person to get past themselves. The fear, the insecurity, the kind of creepy, crawly part of people that are afraid to function in the world, you know? Unconditional love. Thank you. Gratitude. Does anyone else have a question?
You.
Well, it brings bigness inside a human being, bigness of heart, bigness of person. You become truly a child of God, learning how to live that way. And people don't spend their lives hiding out in corners, being afraid to step out into the light and open their heart and say thank you. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask?
Stuart, I think I have a question.
Yes, Bob?
For those who have never met Rudy in person, how can they connect with his energy?
Oh, look, Rudy is in every single one of these meditation classes. You want to connect with Rudy, open your heart. He's there. Welcoming, nurturing, giving, opening doorways for you to get to God. He's there. He's inside each and every person that sits in these meditation classes. I mean, look, I've never met Nityananda. I never met him. And yet this extraordinary being is so much a part of my life. He's in every meditation class. When I used to have trouble with Rudy, I used to go to Nityananda. I mean it. And he was always there. And then he would say schmuck to me, look, what is he teaching you? And I would say, okay. I would learn what Rudy was teaching me, sometimes through Nityananda. He was much wiser than me. But you want Rudy, just open your heart. He's there. He lives there. That's where any teacher lives, in a human being's heart. He's in every class. I mean, he guides my life, and absolutely he would guide the life of any person sitting here who makes a commitment to use this meditation to get to God. They will have instant Rudy in their life. I mean, I don't know how many people here met Rudy. I don't think anybody, but maybe you, Bob. I think you must have met him years ago. I mean, I was blessed with having spent 6 years with him. But there's a lineage. Rudy, there's Nityananda. I don't know who Nityananda's teachers were, but he must have had some in his younger years, people that taught him. But there's a lineage, and you open and do this meditation, and you connect with the teachers in this lineage. I mean, I never met Ramakrishna. I mean, my God, he died, or Sarada Devi. And I remember going to Calcutta, sitting in their temple there, and they were so present and provided so many amazing answers for me, with things that were really happening in my life that I needed to get answers. Same thing with Ramana Maharshi, kicked me out of his cave. Your job is not in ashrams, it's in the world. Told me this. I was ready to just give everything up. I was so tired of the bullshit from people and all this stuff. And I went to his cave in Tiruvannamalai, Mount Aranachula, I think it's called, Your job is in the world. I don't want to hear this. Your temple is life. Your temple is not an ashram. Your temple is not a monastery. I never met him. But my God, you open inside, all these teachers live there. And they're ready to teach. They're ready to give you wisdom, knowledge, ways of acting and functioning in the world, ways of surrendering, ways of getting to God. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? I hope all this is clear. I'm not making this stuff up. It's Rudy talking through me right now. Nityananda talking through me right now. What do I know about this shit? It just comes. It's really true. It just comes. It comes through devotion. It comes through service. It comes through growing to where one becomes a child of God, living in the world. That's how it comes. And all these teachers, and this energy, this knowledge, this wisdom, it has to be in the world. Does anyone else have a question they would like? I hope it's clear what I'm talking about. I don't set up situations that are full of dogma and full of all kinds of ritual and, ways of functioning. My job is to just provide nourishment, spiritual nourishment for each and every one of you to use and develop inside yourself a connection with God. That's my job. Not to run ashrams, not to run monasteries. I've done that, I don't want to repeat my karma. But it's just simply to be a vehicle through which this extraordinary energy flows and can help each and every one of you build that connection with God. Oh, yeah, something happened to me this week, a week off. went to see the surgeon today. We had a good laugh. It was really very sweet. But he gave me the A-OK, you're okay, you're doing fine, you know? It became a big hit in that hospital, and I had a 46 heart rate. Nobody could believe it. I mean, it was just unbelievable, the people. And they said, only marathon runners have a heart. I said, yeah, I've been running a marathon for 50 years now. It's called meditation. That's why my heart is that way. You mean it? Wow. It was really funny. Does anyone else have a question? Okay, God bless you all. Thank you. And you know, there'll be a class on Wednesday, but I have to monitor myself, and I'm not sure. But you know, there probably will be a class Wednesday, and yeah, there will be. And God bless you and thank you. And you know, I don't know if you all need this, but I need this. I'm very grateful to everyone.
Thank you, Stuart. I need it.
We all need it.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.